Hi Capricorn risings, thank you for being here. Welcome to your reading. So let's find out why your soul decided to be a Capricorn rising this lifetime. So the first card we have is, in every moment the universe is conspiring to bring me toward right-minded thinking and the energy of love. And the next card here is, oneness is my true nature. So understanding compassion, understanding love, understanding high vibrational thinking of love, compassion, trust, truth, empathy, affection, self-love, all of those wonderful things, right? And helping yourself as well as others to get to this point, because ultimately we are all one, we are all connected, we are just in different places in our journey. Okay. Yeah, there's a lot of rainbow colors, pink, resonating with love. Yeah, we're just gonna take a look at the other cards here. We have your two feather cards. Let's see. We have the duck. Find comfort and balance in simple ways. You have support all around you. Yeah, the universe is supporting you. Your guides are supporting you. Your true friends are there for you. Your family, or the people that you consider family, all of them are there with you, whether it is in the physical sense or spiritually. Okay, so finding balance, finding that comfort spot as you go about your daily duties is going to help you a lot in maintaining this oneness attitude. Okay, we have Meadowlark as well. Smile, you will soon experience a wonderful journey of inner discovery. Yep. Okay, then your astrology, we have Capricorn. Well, no surprise. Then we have Mercury, communication, mind, intellect, reason, and language. Third house. Your third house has, I'm forgetting what you have. Pisces, yes. And Pisces, communicates in the third house that is ruled by Gemini. Well, it generally places Gemini. Gemini is ruled by Mercury. It's telling me again that you need to express your compassion towards community. Release people as well, release communities who do not serve your highest well-being too, right? Express your mind, have some, not critical reasoning, but yeah, being able to feel that, you know what, this is not resonating, this is not right, this is not serving my spiritual development or my personal development anymore, so I'm sorry, but I gotta go. That's the kind of Pisces in third house. What else? Yeah, okay. Then we have Aries. Aries is in your fourth house. Fourth house is about home and family, so that is playing some part there. We have the sun, ego, stamina, consciousness, and father figure. You know what? I'm getting listen, try to get a free chart of yourself. There are so many sites, right? Get a birth chart. See where these three things are for you. I feel like this has some personal meanings. So take a look at that. Where's Aries? Aries should be, where is it? Yeah, like I said, fourth house. See where your sun is, see where your Mercury is. Yeah. Capricorn is generally slow moving, it's steady, it's earth sign, but it's very steadfast, it's determined, very resilient, diligent, practical, all of these awesome things, right? Take a look that your ego is not standing in the way of your development towards inner discovery, because sometimes the sun is like so obvious, right? The sun is so obvious that you don't see what's hidden beyond. Okay, now your Sagittarius is in the 12th house. 12th house is about like hidden enemies or like losses related with things that are not visible, abstract, subtle type of things, right? And Sagittarius rules your like philosophical thinking, spiritual development, spiritual evolution, these type of things. So it early on, it could have been quite difficult to find a spiritual understanding or even think of it as anything valid. You might be surrounded by certain people who, well, we all know that there are, pseudo spiritual people, and it's just certain keywords that everyone will use, and that's it, without actual. Sorry about that. I got a call, so I had to cut it. Yeah, without actual understanding of what any of that means, right? So that could have been discouraging. I know it discouraged me as well, but I had to figure things out for myself, and even I need some practical understanding. My Capricorn is in the 3rd house. I'm a Scorpio rising, so it's like when someone says something and it doesn't make sense practically, I'm like, huh? That does not make sense. I'm not going to listen to you. That type of thing. So take a look where all of these things are for you and what planets there are in these places, because this father figure kind of started sticking out connected with Aries here, because Aries is generally placed in the 1st house and you have Capricorn in yours, so there is some type of interference or correlation, something happening there. I feel just take a look. It could be for some of you only, but it doesn't hurt to know what's in your chart, right? You do have plenty of ambition. Your career is going to be super important to you. You have Libra in the 10th house, so that's the greatest relationship you would want to honor. This lifetime, you're meant to be creating your legacy. You're meant to find your legacy and then establish it, right? So Sagittarius gives us kind of the vision of, okay, so this is where we're supposed to go as spiritual beings. This is our goal and blah, blah, blah. These are the philosophies, truths, and kind of it can get a little bit theoretical, right? Meanwhile, Capricorn is a disciple. They do it, right? They show how it is done rather than what to do. But you can only show how if you know what, right? So that I feel is key, even though I don't see the cards here. That is important somehow. It's coming through. What else? Sun is also reminding me, because it reminds me of Leo, because Sun rules Leo. Leo is in your 8th house, so take a look if you have certain like hidden pride or something of that sort that it happens, okay? You don't have to be, there's no judgment here. You don't have to be shy about it. If it is, then it is. Once we acknowledge it, we can do something about curbing it, tempering it a little bit. Right, so make sure that's the case, because Leo and ego is very closely connected, right? The moment you slip into the lower side of Leo, the ego is extremely apparent, right? Like me first, me, and in that sense, Aries is as well super close to that, because identity, right? It's me, that type of thing. They express it in different ways, but it still is that very identity conscious. Meanwhile, in your case, it's more about broadening the horizon, and yes, there is the oneness, but we are all one rather than me being just one, right? So there is a little bit of transmutation. It's the same thing, but we need to transmute it into a different viewpoint, right? That's something that was coming through. Okay, we have a lot of tarot cards for you, so we'll just get started. We have the star, so yes, your wishes will be fulfilled this lifetime. Just dream big, make sure you have a good connection with the universe, because even if you originally feel as though you don't need it or it's not so important, it is going to be important for you, because it does more than just, I don't know, it is nothing superficial. and you will understand it in a different way. So perhaps it is unappealing to you, the way that people generally express their spirituality, right? So you can find your definition, and there's nothing weird about that. So you don't need to listen to everyone else, and you can just go about trying to find your own connection with divinity, right? I'm gonna keep these here. Your Scorpio is in your 11th house. 11th house is about friends, global community, hopes and desires. So you can like learn through transformations of this. You can go through quite a few cycles of different friend groups, and you learn that, oh, they seemed nice, but they're actually not, because Scorpio encourages and teaches that everything is not what it seems. Okay, there is always one layer beneath. So you need to be keen observers in order to identify what is the true hope of yours and what has been derived from your surroundings. Similarly, what are your true desires and who are your true friends, right? There needs to be a keen observation, going deeper and deeper and deeper. Right, that's also something, and that's where spirituality actually comes and helps, right? Because Scorpio also deals with the occult, esoteric, again spiritual sides, but more in the shadowy type of energy, where it learns through death and rebirth. It learns through transformations. Okay, we have Seven of Pentacles. We have some patience there, again determination. That should not be difficult for you. We have the Chariot. We have Four of Swords. We have Two of Wands. Look to the future. Look at what is your vision for the future. Two of Wands is kind of planning what can be done. Where am I headed? What the thing that I'm doing today, is it aligned with what my vision is for the future, right? Chariot is like going, getting, right? That's very action oriented, super fast, and kind of the moment you lock eyes on your goal, just go for it. That's the Chariot here. Okay, and yes, it will take time. You will need patience, but nevertheless, you will make it, because the Chariot, this charioteer, is going to come out victorious at the end. Right, we have some Tower energy, so yeah, I mean, that's not surprising. There will be quite a few times that the tower will topple. You could have some shocking moments coming from people, different situations, coming from external requirements that are kind of put on you, and you need regular healing and a re-evaluating of what to do now. Right? So these shocking moments are basically because your roots of those particular things, like I said, the hopes and desires, right? If that hope is not yours to begin with, the universe is going to show you that that's not yours. I'm not going to give you someone else's desires. So tell me what you really want. And if you keep persisting that, no, I know that this is what I want, it's not someone else's, it's mine, it's going to show you that, hey, listen, it's not yours. Tell me what you want, right? The Tower is very jarring, but we need these moments. You know, this is what causes our biggest transformations, our maximum growth, right? So I never see the Tower as bad, and it doesn't have to be physical things falling away and, you know, destruction in life always. It's just, it can relate with a chaotic mind as well, chaotic feelings, unable to find kind of solid ground. That's the type of vibe as well. Okay, so there's no use in rushing or going anywhere if the ground is not solid, because it's just going to be a chaotic running about, right? You have to make sure that these two horses, whatever they signify for you, it can be, sometimes I give an example of divine masculine and your feminine. So the wants, the abundances that you're seeking, and the action that you want to take, both have to be aligned in one direction, right? For the Chariot to move forward. If they go in opposite directions, so one goes here and there, the Chariot is just going to break over there, right? There is no fast movement. There's no movement. Right, so that's what, staying in alignment is essential, and the universe is helping you to go towards that right-minded group of people, right-minded thought patterns, that vibe, all of that. Okay, I feel like the Star card is key for you. You have the Lovers, so you're again that divine masculine and feminine dynamic is coming. Okay, so your partner might also be quite important. Now you have Cancer in your 7th house, yeah, you might feel like you want to nurture someone and have that very soft and loving type of vibe, and there's nothing wrong with that, but also make sure that you're on the receiving end as well. You might be very good as nurturers, but yeah, it's all about the dynamic, that balance of dynamic between you and your partner or your whoever you're looking for. It's just be open to be taken care of. Okay, find someone who is strong enough internally to take care of you as well, right? But it might be a bit of an instinct to go for people you can take care of, but this, in this context, it is kind of telling you to be on the receiving end for once. And if you already are with them, then they're going to play a pivotal part in your journey. They're going to pull you up. They're going to take you forward. They're going to help you out a lot in just balancing yourself and getting you to the right places at the right times, right? You can create so much. You can create so much. This is also an ideal dream being granted. You can create ideal. Don't try to cling too much on the physical returns, okay? 7 of Pentacles, this person can be a little bit too clingy as well, a little bit too fixated about, okay, when will the leaves sprout? Are the roots founded yet? Where will the tree be? When will it come out? And all of that, like just sitting there and waiting for it. But you don't need to keep waiting for it. Just do your thing. Be steady, be steadfast, all the qualities that you already have, right? You're born with those qualities, so you can make something out of those qualities. So go ahead and do that, and the rewards will come. They will come if you did your foundation correctly. The rewards will come. You don't need to sit there and wait for ages for them to sprout, right? This can also be corresponding to an over fixation with material things, because you're an earth sign. That can be a natural tendency. Yeah, it's related to kind of trying to hoard or greed or selfishness, that type of thing. This might not resonate, but for some of you who struggle with that, it's okay. Okay, I'm not judging at all, not at all. But make sure that whenever you identify this, right, you yourself will obviously know, right? If you're being honest with yourself, you would know. So just acknowledge and accept that, okay, yes, I struggle with this, but I don't need to. I don't need to anymore. Let me just transmute that energy, right? Then when you transmute it, it is going to lead you to, well, your success, your generosity. Like when you stop trying to hold on to something, you're free to give it, right? You can be so generous. You can be such a leader. You can be such a leader in showing people how to, by example. You can lead by example. Yes, that's the phrase I was looking for. Awesome. Yeah. In Vedic astrology, Capricorn is my sign, I think. Either my moon sign or, I don't know, it's some sort of sign, okay? So, you can understand some things. But anyway, we have Kona, so knowledge, wisdom, insight, creativity, and inspiration. Yes, you have, what do you have in your 5th house? I'm forgetting what you have. Taurus. Yes, you have Taurus in your 5th house. You can make money with your creativity if you're in that field. Or even if you're not, I mean, it's never too late, right? If you are feeling called towards it, to express your creation, to create something that may benefit people or help you express yourself and understand yourself, bring you towards heightened energy levels, help you realize the all connections of everything, the oneness of all, and then go ahead and express it, because it comes from a place of knowledge and wisdom. And this is coming randomly. Some of you can be channeled artists, you know, like you could get sudden insights from the star, the tower, and you might feel very drawn to express that is going to act as inspiration. So it is pure wisdom and knowledge. And you know, while channeling, you don't fully understand the extent of that information that is coming towards you, but as we evolve, you start to see the different facets of that same information. I once got a channeled poem. It's called Take Flight, and I also have another one, Creative Potential. So Take Flight is already there on YouTube. You can check that out if you want. I can link it in the description box. But yeah, I did not really I do not write poems at all, like never. All right, except for like school, I never do it. So I was kind of surprised when that happened, but I was like, okay, well, if it's coming, I'll just write it down. So I wrote it down, and when I read it again and again, I just got chills. I'm like, whoa, this is just giving me a whole other, you know, side of things. I didn't even think of it like that. It's new for me as well. Even I'm learning. That's the beauty of channeling. So yeah, some of you might be channelers. Okay, then we have Awas, which is I think the name is wrong here. Someone pointed that out in the comments, but in either case the description is fine. So junction, endings, transformation, death, and rebirth. Yes, so the people are going to teach you quite a bit with Scorpio being there. People, your hopes and desires, and unmet expectations, these type of things. So they sound horrible, but they are actually leading you to your best self. Okay, so I always say this, I say it to myself as well, whenever you're going through something really difficult and you feel like, oh, this is it, this is where I'm done, trust that it is a lesson. Okay, we just take a while to figure out what the lesson might be about, but the moment we figure it out, we have learned it. Okay, so whatever we face, we can get through it. We won't get situations that we cannot handle, right? So when things end, let them end, because it is only going to transform you, grow you, bring you a new chapter, right? By killing things that are not deserving to be in your life, metaphorical killing, it is going to bring in more wonderful things. This also talks about ending certain thought patterns that do not serve you as well. It doesn't always have to be like ripping apart of life and whatnot. It's not always so intense. But yes, some things, like for example, if we're lazy, we need that to end in order to be productive, right? So, I mean, no problem. Cool. Okay, we have an underactive third eye, light, meditation, and mind. Mind cloudiness, unawareness, poor memory, denial, poor future planning, and no focus. These are some symptoms of an underactive third eye. This is not to say that you have all of this, but the point is that you need to trust your intuition more. You need to start paying attention, if you're not already yet, to your mind, your thought patterns. Okay, how is your thought affecting your feelings? How is it affecting well, everything? The mind basically does everything, right? But it's important to note that the mind kind of learns from incidents and events it has encountered, and it can very easily slip into fear-based thinking based only on evidence, right? And being a practical earth sign, it can be quite tempting to go in that direction. But the moment you reinforce within yourself, and this can happen very much with meditations and connecting with your spirituality, whatever method you choose, And that is going to kind of show you that evidence, hard evidence, is not everything, right? Once again, pay attention to your Sagittarius in the 12th house. Yeah, that's kind of going to show you quite a bit. Then we have an underactive crown chakra. So that's thought, meditation, again, meditation, and universe. So connect with universe, connect with your thoughts. Confused, lack of connection, feeling alone, feeling lost, lack of faith, selfishness. These qualities again correlate with the underactive crown. You don't have to have these, but if you resonate with any of these qualities here, you can do, yeah, you can meditate to, regulate that, to balance it out. Right, so I'm going to ask for some advice for your current situations. Current situation of Capricorn rising, what do they need help with? What advice do you have for Cap risings right now? This video is timeless, by the way. You can watch it anytime. I'm just gonna make advice for Capricorn risings. No cards, please. Sometimes none comes. That's usually when this is self-sufficient. So I'm gonna see if you have any advice for Cap risings at this moment. What do they need help with? Any advice, guidance? Okay. So we have Starling. Now is the time to get out into the world and connect in authentic ways. Yes, if you're trying to find a partner, go ahead. If this connection is about work, business, all of that, go ahead. Remember to be authentic. Then we have Bluebird. You are being gifted with blessings of peace and happiness. Oh, this makes me so happy. Yeah. That's beautiful. Definitely, like being a Cap rising, I mean, there is success. You will rise, you will go to your career. That's your work. And it doesn't have to be like the money-making career. It can be a side thing as well, but it's something that you identify more closely with, right? That is going to be a part of your legacy, and you will be gifted with happiness and peace. There's Four of Swords as well, the needing to kind of come back home and relax and rest yourself, heal, take time to rest, right? This card feels very peaceful to me, even though it's not, well, the epitome of peace, but still, I mean, you're sleeping and dreaming and you're like relaxing a little bit, right? Yeah. And the last here we have is Canary. Step forward now and sing your song. There is power in finding your voice. This is connecting to me with creativity. If you sing, don't be afraid to express yourself. Be real in how you express yourself. Yes, so that is what I have for you, Capricorn risings. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this reading helped you out and resonated. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. I will see you again in some of my other videos. Take care. Bye.